First and foremost, want to give Wisconsin, all the credit in the world. I thought they did a terrific job. Thought they played really hard. Thought they executed their game plan better than we had executed our game plan, obviously. But I thought the game was won and lost in the first couple minutes of the first half. When they went on 10-2 run, we had to call timeout, and I was really proud of our guys for fighting back. I thought we did show a lot of resolve. We stuck together, cut their lead all the way down to halftime. It was 30-28. Then we talked about throwing the first punch coming out of the half. And obviously that didn't happen. Wisconsin did. I think they went on a 16-2 run to start the second half. And that's where our group's got to mature. You look at the Evansville game, you look at the IUPUI game, I think it was a little bit similar. We got to put 40 minutes together. And I told our group, again, proud of the fight that we showed when we got down in both halves. But against good teams, you can't spot them 14 points to start the second half, or spot them an 8-point lead to start the first half and expect to win, because I think Wisconsin's an NCAA tournament level team for sure. Again, like I said, give them all the credit in the world. Ethan Happ's a tremendous player, and they put you in a bind with all the shooters that they have on the floor and the space that they have. So again, proud of our guys for fighting, but we got to get a lot better, and we got to be able to put 40 minutes together.
Heading into the game, Travis, the big focus was focusing on defense. How troublesome is it for the guys to come in here after and say, we didn't have complete focus in this game?
I thought for the first half, Shane, I thought we were really good. I thought we were really good defensively. I thought we stuck to the game plan. I thought we made things hard on Ethan Happ. They took a lot of twos. I thought, Trice got a couple wide open looks, and at the very, very beginning of the first half, he got going. He got a little bit of a rhythm. But I thought in the first half we were tremendous defensively. I thought we did a nice job overall. Again, I thought even in the second half, you look at, again, if you take away that 16-2 run that they had to start the second half, but again, that's going away from our bench. And it's like I told them, I can't yell out and bark and give them orders the entire time in the second half away from our bench. We have to be able to communicate better. I thought our ball screen defense was really, really atrocious there to start the second half. We got to do a better job executing our ball screen defense, and I thought that's how they got some wide open threes and wide open layups during their run.
What did you tell the guys in the locker room after this one? What was the message like?
Number one, I'm disappointed, obviously that we lost. I think we got to take a page out of Wisconsin's book. And, Wisconsin never beats themselves. They never beat themselves. And you have to beat them. And, I think we have to take better shots at them, especially to start the game. Again, against a team like Wisconsin, you set the tone with, because when I evaluate a game, I basically break it down like this. I say, hey, who's getting better shots? Is Wisconsin getting easier shots, or is Xavier getting easier shots? And again, as simplistic as that is, and I would say that Wisconsin worked and they earned their shots. And we have to be committed to earning our shots on the offensive end. Because I think, again, against a team like Wisconsin, you have to move the ball. You have to move it side to side. You can't attack on the first side of the floor, or else you're going to really set yourself up for failure. And I thought we did that again in both of those stretches of the game where they went on their big runs. And I think sometimes we attach our offense to our defense when it's not falling. Again, we got to grow up and mature in that way.
When you're down 18, I'm preparing to ask you what do you take away from this game? But the way things ended up, it could have been a one-possession game there at the end. Do you feel like, on one hand, if you look at the box score, is this a game that you guys could have won? There wasn't, but is that a lesson for your players moving forward?
Yeah, I think you always take lessons out of everything, whether it's wins or losses. You got to learn, and like I said, I think our guys fought. I thought they fought back, which I'm proud of our guys for doing that. But you can't, like I said, you can't spot a team 14 points to start the second half when you had to claw back into it in the first half. And again, there's no moral victories. We want to win. We're going to play to win. But again, we got to get a lot better.
Travis, in your experience, how much do teams in November resemble teams in March?
It's early. I think every team's going to look significantly different in March than they do in November. November basketball is always really ugly, in my opinion. And, we try to really focus on three things, and that's blocking out, that's transition defense, and that's taking care of the ball. And then you'll give your team an opportunity to win. against good teams. And again, I thought, overall tonight, like without watching the film, again, like I said, I thought we gave up Wisconsin way too many layups to start the second half and way too many wide open threes. And again, they're a good team. They earned those shots, and I don't want to take anything away from them. But we have to be able to execute our defensive system, and it starts in practice. We got to continue to get better and continue to develop those habits so that when the game lights are on, our guys can execute.
You obviously want to win basketball games, but are you intrigued to kind of see now how your team responds to a loss?
Yeah, obviously we want to win every single game, but our leadership, our guys, our older guys, again, Quentin Gooden and Tyreek Jones, going to really lean on those guys to lead us. And again, we never accept losing. You obviously play to win every single time you play out there. But I thought our response during the game was pretty good, even when things were looking bleak there for a while. We were down by 18 with about 7.5 to go, and I thought our guys continued to fight, which shows me, I think, about a lot of how we are gonna bounce back here from this loss against Wisconsin.
Zach really changed things for Ethan Happ around the rim and used his length to frustrate him. Zach was frustrated that that Ethan ended up with 30 points, but how would you assess how Zach played tonight?
I thought Zach did a good job. I thought he did. I thought, like you said, I think he's always a presence around the rim with his length, whether it's blocking shots, altering shots. He rebounded the ball. He ran the floor. I thought Zach did a great job up front for us tonight on both ends of the floor.
This is a program that's never been shy about testing itself in the non-conference. So you have Wisconsin tonight. Now you're going to face that field in Maui with Auburn and Duke. How much are you looking forward to the opportunity to face those kinds of opponents, build your resume, test your team? Yeah,
we're looking forward to it. Obviously, it's a great opportunity to play against Auburn. Auburn's a top 10 team in the country. I have not watched any film on them yet. Obviously, I've been watching Wisconsin, but I do know they're really talented and they're really good. And as you guys know, like with the NCAA selection, you get an opportunity to get quality wins. And again, Mario Mercurio and Greg Christopher have done a good job of helping develop our schedule to where we have opportunities like tonight against Wisconsin, which we didn't take advantage of. But Auburn's going to be a great opportunity for us to get a good win.
You mentioned the ball screen defense. You guys pride yourselves on that. What do you think the breakdown was there tonight?
I thought, they are on the weak side. Rick, I thought we really struggled. We didn't have what we call like the box covered at all times. I thought we got stretched out, because that's how they went on their run. That's how they went on their run. It had nothing to do with post-ups or post defense or anything like that. It was ball screens that were happening in transition, which we had worked on over the last couple days, but obviously we didn't do a good enough job, and we got to execute. But we got to be tighter along that weak side in our ball screen defense.
Coach, were you happy with the way Najee continued to attack the basket, especially in the second half?
Yeah, I thought Najee bounced back. He was probably disappointed with his play the first two games against the IUPUI and against Evansville, but Najee's a tremendous player. He's a tremendous player. He's got to cut down on his turnovers a little bit, but I thought overall he played a really nice game. He rebounded the ball. I thought he attacked the rim. Again, he's one of the best drivers in the entire country. He's an improved shooter, which I thought he took overall some better threes tonight, and I think that'll help his percentage. I think he went 2 for 5 from 3. But he can do both. I mean, you got to respect his outside game just enough to where he's an elite guy that can really get to the paint, and we need him to do that for us.